Hello, hooray! Hello to Wind Down Wednesday, but also such a celebration. Dressed up, got the glitter going, got the confetti going. That's what we're doing. We're celebrating, and we're celebrating you. We're celebrating an easier way. Instead of feeling like, oh my gosh, I gotta do all this stuff, especially because who has time? Who has time to overthink things? And I'll tell you something too. If you are relying on ChatGPT to decode your readings, to decode your signs and symbols, then you're missing out because you're not always going to have phone. You're not always going to have a laptop or something where you can access it. But I'll tell you what you always have. You always have you. You always have your intuition. You always have yourself. So as we're celebrating your power, your gifts, that's what this is all about. I'm excited. I was trying to do something really like, with my hair. Because I'm showing off my champagne earrings. I'm bringing the champagne. And I would love to hear what are some of those symbols, because we're going to talk about strawberry. And if you're not a member of Cosmic Decoder Club, I hope you consider joining. Let this be a sign to join. No more of this wondering, what does that sign mean for me? And I'm going to tell you, one of my favorite parts, and Nick, I don't know if you've checked it out, but your monthly decoder is live. It is actually, you have the calendar of the month. It's like what I used to do for the Goddessology membership, but I expanded it. More work. And, thank you, Nick. Thank you. Yeah, this is my birthday dress too from last year, but you've got your Cosmic Decoder for the month. And then you also have like suggestions that I'm sharing here. The other thing that has me so stoked, so excited, all about the June symbols and how to decode it for yourself, but also as your goddess personality. And there's another section that is your goddess personality and your zodiac sign. So let's say you are a goddess of action. There's all the how to use the workbook, blah, 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 a quick decode sheet. If you are a goddess of action and Taurus, if you're that blend and you're looking at strawberries, savor sweet success, treat yourself to small wins. So if you are a goddess of action and Taurus, and you're seeing strawberries repeatedly, that's the message for you, babe. That's the message for you. So let's talk about those angel numbers. Let's talk about some of those things that you've been seeing over and over and the decoding. Let's talk about the messages, because if you're blocking your intuition, if you're blocking it, it's time to open it back up. It is time to strengthen that muscle. Hello. And especially like when you see the reading on the monthly oracle deck reading. Okay, so for your zodiac sign, the thing is sometimes as I'm listening to it, and then all of a sudden there is that amazing, like I see a fairy flying around in the back, and there is a fairy in the beginning and there's a fairy at the very end, and you can see the fairy like flying around there. That's the kind of stuff that I'm talking about, is like just, thank you, darling, thank you. And they're all sparkly and glittery and matching my dress. I am opening up this little bobbly. It's not gonna pop. It might spray all over because I was trying to walk and my dress was coming between my legs. Glamorous. So anyway, it is time for some bubbliness. This is Pink Moscato. I want to say cheers to all of you. Cheers, cheers. And here's to cheersing you. Here's to celebrating you. Here's to celebrating your gifts. Instead of letting logic block you, the more you work with it, the easier it becomes to know what that message is. And it's not just that. It's if you're asking for guidance and you have that feeling, I'm going to tell you, hey, hang on, let's cheers. Cheers. Yeah, that's really good. There is something so magical about trusting your intuition and then getting to see the reward. It's like when you're at the grocery store and you have a sudden feeling of, I'm going to buy this extra bag of chips. I don't know why I'm buying it. I don't know why I'm getting it. I already have a bag, but I'm just going to get it. And then the very next day you have friends come over and they're like, hey, I really love that particular bag. And you're like, oh my gosh, I just got it yesterday. That's a super cool feeling. If you are working with your intuition and you feel like, you know what, I should be doing this, and you're hemming and hawing, and all of a sudden you're like, you know what, no, because you've been denying your intuition, and then you clue in and you're like, you know what, yeah, I am going to trust it. I should have trusted it earlier, and now I'm going to. Those are those kind of things that are so amazing. I'm going to share something else. When you are pulling a card of the day for yourself, you're pulling a card, and all of a sudden, this is a really great card for everyone too. And you're seeing this one. You see this card. It's like when I have quizzed all of you and said, okay, what is the first thing that you see? What is the first symbol that you see? And go ahead and write it down. Let's talk a little bit about it, because I want you decoding for yourself. I want you decoding the messages, because when you're decoding the messages, you are working with angels. You're going to understand why you're seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 all the time. You're going to understand why that 222 is coming up, or 22. You're going to have the confidence of the divine guidance, your spirit guides, and you're going to be able to feel the communication is so solid that you're not doubting it. You're trusting it, and you're trusting your own gifts. That's the thing that it's so important. It's important because it makes life easier. I don't know if you want to feel like, but let's not do that. Yeah. This was Nick's card last week on Cosmic Decoder Club. Yeah. Woohoo! Yeah, the kitty cat. I know, we got cats everywhere, baby. Cats everywhere. He is very, very helpful too. So let's say if you're looking at this card and you're seeing the flowers, your attention is brought to the flowers. Maybe it's the moon. Maybe it's the circle with the butterfly that kind of looks like a heart. Maybe it's the teal. Maybe it's the gold. Maybe it's the stars. Well, I guess, excuse me. They're not stars. They're like little dots, but I think they look like stars. And aside, if I see it and I'm giving you a reading and I see it as stars, I'm interpreting it as stars. That's how I know that I know. When I give you a reading, for those of you that have had a reading from me, you know when I say, listen, I can be wrong. I just never am. And the reason why I'm so confident in that statement is because when I'm delivering the message, I am just the funnel. I am the vessel that it is flowing through, and it is being downloaded. And you will hear me say, do you understand? Do you know what that means? Do you understand that message? And that's because you are then taking the responsibility of, yeah, I know exactly what that means. If you don't know what it means, then you can say, oh, I'm not sure what that's referencing. Then I can ask your angels more. But I am so confident that I know I am tapping into your angels that I share whatever's coming out. And it could seem really crazy to me, which it has before, but I still share it because that's my agreement with your angels. Well, even in my own life, sometimes I get uncomfortable believing in that intuition. I know it seems silly, but seriously, you can do that too. So let's talk about it. If you were seeing the moon, especially like this moon, you are filling up. You are ready to receive. You are in a receptive stage and phase, meaning you are embracing, it's my time. If you are seeing the flowers, you're being asked to allow yourself to bloom where you're planted, yes, but it's also allow yourself to be celebrated just for the way you are. You don't have to change. It's like Billy Joel singing, don't go changing to try and please me or whatever. It's really about you. It's about the flowers you are delicate and yet so strong. You have those roots. Are you nurturing your roots? Are you, honestly, The water, think about that. Think about sometimes there's a, what's that called? What's that called? The fertilizer? Are you fertilizing your dreams? Because if you're seeing those flowers, then it's asking you, are you taking care? Are you nurturing? Are you ready to bloom where you're planted? Are you understanding that you have everything just the way you are? You don't have to be changing everything. Really, you are good to go. And then take that as a sign, this is your time. Because it's already blooming. It's not in a new beginning phase. It is here. It is like a full moon phase. Like timing is now. If you were seeing more of the heart, I feel like the heart, if you're seeing it as a heart, which I do, it's about the love. And I feel like it is a successful outcome in love. Also, a successful outcome when you love yourself. When you love yourself, that's a first step that is absolutely necessary in order to manifest. As I'm sharing these messages, you see how truly simple it is to decode what you're receiving, the signs and the symbols that you're receiving. It doesn't have to be difficult. It can be easy. No more overcomplicating, no more overthinking. So yes, thank you. Yay. Okay, so if you're looking at this and you're like, babe, I just saw the words successful outcome. I know that's for me. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Absolutely. When you are pulling a card for the day and then you're like, I know what that message is. And then you're encountering someone at work that's a stinker pot. Maybe you have an encounter when you're at the grocery store or just driving along and it's pushing you beyond the limit. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you're already tired, you're just giving it your all and it's pushing you beyond. Well, that's saying no more, sweetheart. That's saying like, wait, you know that you know that you have the guidance, the wisdom. We all have it. It's a matter of choosing to listen to it. So I would love to hear, are there some signs and symbols that you have been receiving lately that you're like, what does this mean? Write it down in the comments because I want to address that. While I'm addressing that, I do want to talk a little bit more about Cosmic Decoder Club. $11 a month. $11 a month. You can quit anytime. You can quit. But I'll tell you, the calendar itself, the monthly Cosmic Decoder, worth it. My friends try to get me to sell it for $30. They're like, no. It is so packed. It is packed. It is packed. Now, the nice thing is you can access all of this on your phone too through the app, the Trish McKinley app. So you don't have to worry about like, I don't have my phone. But my goal for you is to feel so confident and to know that you know your goddess personality, you know your zodiac sign, you know your magical makeup, that you feel like, you know what, every month I'm prepared to make the most of this month for myself. Because when you're successful, you enable other people to be successful. We have got a portal on Friday. Are you ready for it? Are you going to use it? If so, how are you going to use it? I'm hoping you step into your power. I'm hoping you are like, where do I want success? Where do I want to manifest something? And here's the thing. If you're thinking, I want to manifest $1,000 extra a month, and yet you're feeling like that is so far-fetched, that is reaching, babe, we need to adjust your mindset. Because when we can tweak that mindset and you are listening to your intuitive guidance, your divine guidance, your angels, and here's the other thing, if you're a goddess of order, you're going to be more inclined to think that way. And that's okay. Because then when that thought pops up, you're like, oh, I am just being myself. I'm just going to love myself through it and say, wait a minute, I'm going to battle that with my data of the success I have had in the past. It works. I'm telling you, it works. It works. Okay, so let's see if I missed anybody. Yay. Okay, baby. Okay, I'm going to pull one more card. The reason why I'm pulling another card is just to give you some time. Yay! Nice. Okay, Cindy. Okay, I'm going to pull a card and then I'm going to start reading through. Oh, baby. Oh my gosh, everyone. Could it be better? Can it get any better than this? I don't think so. Oh my goodness. Trust your sixth sense, your sixth sense. Oh my God. When we're in 5D, which we are in 5D, you have to choose to be aligned and stay aligned with that vibration. You can stay in 3D in the rough way, the battle, that division, the polarization, or you can be like, no, I want the easy way. I'm going 5D. Well, that's where your sixth sense is firing on all cylinders. Like all of your senses are going to be crystal clear. You're hearing it. It's not your imagination. You literally are receiving the guidance. So pay attention to that. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you. Okay, so she says she's been seeing a lot of deer, doe, and chipmunks. So the deer bring gentleness. The deer are coming, I feel, are coming to you to bring a message of being gentle with yourself. When you say the doe and you're talking about that sweet female divine energy, that's where you're embracing your feminine gifts. You know, it might be using your voice, trusting your intuition, being nurturing to your soul. Even though you're nurturing to everybody else, are you nurturing for yourself? Deer are very intuitive. They have excellent hearing. They're just excellent using their senses. And what a beautiful message that is, and that's bringing to you. And I feel like it's really important that you pay attention to what are you thinking about at that time? When you see the deer, what are you thinking about? And the chipmunks are helping you have a little bit more fun. You know, it's like Chip and Dale. There's a cartoon, Rescue Rangers. I feel like it's bringing that fun, adventurous time for you. This is a month of adventure. This Gemini energy is fun, is engaging. And so are you playing along? Or are you like, no, I can't. So anyway, that's why I feel like this is really, really important. And the snowy white quartz is, I feel like you're getting a fresh beginning, a new beginning, and you're gaining clarity. So everything is amplified, but pay attention to this new beginning energy. And I feel like every day is a new day. Are you celebrating that? Every day you have a new opportunity. That's what I feel like your messages are really coming to you. Deidre, and thank you for sharing that. And thank you. I feel the fairies are loving this. The fairies, this is again, another fairy endeavor. So Daydreamer, you've been seeing faith everywhere. Oh, it's a very neat sign, baby. Yeah, it is. And you know, we have faith no matter what. We have faith in something positive happening or something negative happening. So I'm really proud of you for seeing the word, seeing the sign, recognizing it, honoring it, and going forward. I was listening to Joel Osteen earlier today when I was done feeding over there. And what was interesting was talking about he was talking about faith and talking about your perspective. And I thought, you know, that is so, so true, because when I'm up here off of Trisha Land and there's a balcony and I can see things going on, but when you're standing there down there in the midst of all the flowers and everything else, you cannot see what little kitty cat's coming over or what little bird is running this way or a squirrel or whatever is going on. You can't see it because your perspective is skewed. But when you are rising above the situation and you're standing in faith, oh my goodness, things line up. It's so magical and wonderful. And honestly, it gets rid of the stress. It gets rid of the anxiety because you know everything's working out. Just saying. Yeah, it's magical. Thank you for sharing that, Daydreamer. Yeah, thank you. I'll tell you, I'm going to share another sign that's for June. This is from your monthly decoder, Cosmic Decoder. You've got 12 symbols there. But another one that it is interesting that I was seeing the heart on that card, and I don't know how many of you also saw the heart. June's wedding season makes hearts extra special this month, bringing in love, connection, and unity energy. So if you saw the heart on that card, I want you to pause a moment and think about, where is my heart at this moment? Is my heart into what I'm doing? Am I putting my heart and soul into something and I'm feeling less than anymore? It's like it's not authentic anymore. Are you feeling excited about life? And if not, why? And also, if you're not feeling the love for yourself, why? Let's get that love going again. Those are the kind of things that when you see this message repeatedly over and over and over, oftentimes it's the sign you need to keep you going, especially because you've established that sign with your angels. And let's say you're working on a project. Maybe you're finally ready to release that art project. Maybe you're finally able to release that podcast and you've been feeling a little iffy about it or nervous about it. And then you keep seeing that heart at a random time. Your angels are saying, keep going. Keep going. Now, yeah, you have to have that beautiful ingredient of faith, because when you have the faith that everything's working out, you have the faith then that the right people are going to show up. You have the faith that things are working out perfectly, and it gives you a sense of peace. It's like when we're manifesting and we're saying that this or something better, you know how that just takes the pressure off. Well, being able to see that sign again and that repeated sign helps you know that you're on the right course. And when you're on that path and you're like, wait a minute, am I on the right path or do I need to make some adjustments? Well, if you have that thought and then you ask for a sign and you're not getting the heart, in fact, you're getting a different sign, you want to be able to decode that new message. The thing about the Cosmic Decoder Club is because we deep dive into your goddess personality. You have a way of decoding it that's unique for you. So you will develop a stronger intuitive muscle that everybody has that muscle, but you're going to have specific steps to strengthen it so that you know. But then you also have your goddess personality that's, this is my default. This is where I would naturally go. So then you're able to empower yourself to that next level and the next level and the next level. It's amazing success. It's literally putting you at the right place at the right time on a consistent basis. Yay! Yay! Yes, yay! Hello, Suzanne. Hi, Heather. We're talking about different signs right now and different, what are you seeing? What has been there? And signs come in all different ways. If you are a goddess of optimism, you're oftentimes overhearing a conversation, or because you're, I don't want to say distracted, but because you're able to take in so much and you're looking over here and you're looking over there, you're hearing this, you're having a song play in your mind, you're actually receiving so many downloads of signs. It's a matter of, are you decoding it? And when you decode it, then you know how to apply it in your life. We were just on that one card that talked about sixth sense. Yeah, this sixth sense. And when you are trusting your sixth sense, you know what to wear. You know what kind of nail polish you want to put on. You put yourself in a, should I cancel this? Do I want to cancel this? You're able to manifest soon. I'm telling you, it's a crazy, crazy way, especially when you are tapping into 5D and you're manifesting, because you'll have that thought and it's incredible how quickly it then comes into fruition, how quickly it really does come into your life. You're like, oh my gosh, I was just thinking that. And all of a sudden then it is there. It's amazing. It's amazing. That's the power you all have. You have it. It's yours. Let's reveal it more. Let's work this so you feel more confident so that you become stronger in this as well. Okay. Does anybody have a symbol that you would like to share? Hi, baby. Okay. Well, if not, we're just going to, does anyone have any questions on the membership? I don't want you to feel like it's like, oh my gosh, it's a lot of time. It's not. You're allowed to join and come on. I go live twice a week, Wednesday night at 7 p.m. and Thursday at 2 p.m. You can come to both, or you can come to either or. It's a Q&A, but it's also a teaching opportunity. It's also building up your intuitive muscle, clearing out your vibration. Sometimes we vibe and we're around some icky people and it brings us down. Sometimes we have an encounter that brings us down. And so we want to, it's like a smudge. It's like a massage or a weekly tune-up. Think of it that way, as a weekly tune-up. My mom used to go to the Stinky Beauty Parlor every week and get her hair done. But it was setting her for the rest of the week. And she would go on Saturday. And then it would be great. It would hold until the following Saturday. So think about this. You can come and get that. But you also have your calendar that you're going to be able to work with. You also have the app. The app is free. It's Trish McKinley, the app, Trish McKinley. Remember, 2 N's, twice the fun. And when you're working with that calendar, you can access the community from I go live in the Cosmic Decoder Club community. The club itself is like the membership itself looks like a course because it's broken down to, here's the monthly decoder. Here's the goddess section, your personality section that has your goddess and your zodiac sign. And then there's the other, there's a resource library, etc. So let's talk about, okay, here we go, baby. Hang on. So Suzanne is asking about the cardinal. That red, okay, so here's a couple things. So when you're seeing a sign, I want you to first off think about, what do I think about it? What do I feel like that message is saying to me? The second thing I want you to think about is, what am I doing? How would I apply this? Where is this trying to give me clarity? In what endeavor am I seeking guidance and clarity? And what would that possibly mean? So my personal feeling on the cardinal is bringing that, I actually feel like it's bringing love. I feel like it's an opportunity for you to stand out. I feel like it's standing out in your job, but in your life, in your personal life. So yes, cardinal can be loved ones that have passed that are around you. It can also be, but for example, for me, blue jays mean my grandpa's around. Cardinals, I do not, I know other people are like, that's what it means. Not for me. And that's why it's important that you trust your intuition and what you're getting. The sunflowers, oh my gosh, I love sunflowers. I love the sunflowers. The sunflowers. I wanted to see if I had this here. Maybe I didn't. Okay. So with the sunflowers, first of all, you're working with sacred geometry within the inside. So I feel like this is a time of growth for you. I feel like this is an invitation to grow bigger than before, like let yourself reach new heights. And I also feel like that yellow in the flower is all about your solar plexus. And I feel like it's a sign of doing something magical by the summer solstice, and if you were in the southern hemisphere, it would have a different connotation, different meaning. But I feel like because you're in the northern hemisphere, and intuitively, that's what I'm getting about the sunflowers. I also feel like the sunflower, because there are seeds, I feel like you're able to nurture yourself, plant the seeds and then watch it grow. What do you want to manifest? What is it that you desire? Because I do feel like the sunflower is asking of you from the get-go to fruition, like stick with it, keep going. Now, on a personal note, if I was giving you a reading about it, the thing that I would be sharing is that I intentionally give, I intentionally give whole sunflowers in my bird feeder because those birds then plant all of these sunflowers all randomly all around the house, and I love it. So I don't even have to do any work. I do nothing on it. It just happens. And so I would be sharing with you That's that sign of faith. That's that sign of allowing. That's that sign of tapping into the 5D. Are you tapping into the 5D? Are you believing that you're in the flow, that it can happen that quickly? Because when you do, when you're working with sacred geometry, which is especially important, and there is a section on that in the Cosmic Decoder Club, because 5D it's embracing our gifts and also the sacred geometry. It's really powerful. So I'm excited that you're seeing the sunflowers. Cindy, leafy things on the side. Hang on, girl. Hang on a second. Let me look at that. But I want to say, Kate, my Tikowski. I'm sorry if I didn't get that right. Okay. So the numbers you're seeing, 1111, 333. Okay. So you've got serious angels communicating with you. The 3 are your spirit guides, the 1 angels, 4 angels. I feel like they are communicating, we want to work with you. Will you let us? My feeling is you have a tendency of allowing them, asking for their help, asking for their guidance, and then you take it back. Like things start working out, and then you're like, okay, I'll take that back. I'll work on it now. And I feel like they're saying, girl, stop. We got this. Let us help you out. Let us do this. I also feel like the Ascended Masters that are working with you with the 333, I feel like there is, it's interesting because what they're showing me are 2 different pillars. So when I'm receiving guidance, like I've shared that vessel, what I'm seeing is literally they put 2 3s on this shoulder and 2 3s on this shoulder, and it looked like these Roman columns, so it's like a foundational kind of thing for you. And I feel like your Ascended Masters are saying, go back to basics, go back to the basics, having that faith, visualizing what you want. And I honestly feel like there have been some negative messages slipping in, like whether it's other people slipping in negative conversations or sharing negative stuff, or it just feels like it's time to free yourself of that and protect your energy, protect yourself for a while. It feels like that's really necessary. And I do feel like they're coming to you to remind you, 1111, make a wish. Your angels are right here. They're listening. It's a direct line. It's like you're on the hotline. Hello, angels. Would you help me out? They're like, yeah, I want to help you out. I've been calling you. I'm trying here, baby. I'm trying. I love 444. When I see that, that's typically like, it's an intense message. It is like, okay, like a door slam wide open. It's incredible. Yeah. Nice. Suzanne feels like it's her grandparents. Nice. Yeah. Yeah. When Heather sees it, she said, I see 1111 often, and she feels like they're telling me not to worry. Angels and God have your back. Absolutely. And sometimes it's really not easy to let them do the work. You're like, oh, they've got so much going on. It could also be like you were raised in such a way that you felt like, well, I don't want to bother them. They're already doing so much. They're doing miracles all the time. So I can worry about this. And that's where I'm saying it's wonderful having angels remind you there are legions of us that are created that are here for you. So allow us to help. Allow us to help. Okay, so, what it makes me so proud when you are trusting the guidance that you're getting, that you feel confident in the messages. And sometimes you're going to just feel like, I know that I know, I'm just looking for confirmation. And that's okay. There is something really nice about having your wisdom confirmed. There's nothing wrong with that. That was a question I was asked, I'm not a newbie. I'm relatively, a mature spiritual person. And so is this membership for me? Is the Cosmic Decoder Club still for me? Absolutely. Because you're still going to grow. You're still going to deep dive within your personality. And here's the thing. When you know about your personality and you know about the other 3 personalities, or maybe you're a blend, maybe you've got a mask. When you understand about the personalities, it enables you to communicate better. And the one girl had shared about her relationship, what a difference it made. in her relationship. And another said, I don't feel resentful anymore. They're not asking me to be an ass. They're asking me because that's what they do. That's part of they need more data. And so they're asking not because they're doubting me, but because their personality needs that data. It's easy to know. It's like I had one client who was sharing her Enneagram with me. And I said, yes. And tell me, how do you understand someone else's Enneagram and then communicate with them? Because I love Enneagram and I love what it does for you. I just want to make sure that you're setting yourself up for an easier time talking to your kids. Having it so that you can talk to your boss and to your employees and not feel like there's a struggle. Because if you're the goddess of action and they're asking for your opinion, they're not taking it. It's like, why are you wasting your time even talking? There's a reason for it. And as soon as you're identifying in your mind, oh, wait a minute, they're also a goddess of action. This is how I have to talk. Or maybe you're like, okay, that's a goddess of order. And so that's why I have to respond this way. There is something so liberating with that. And I'm telling you, it alleviates stress. It alleviates so much stress. It's what I applied all these years with my kids too. So it's something I'm telling you, gosh, 30, no, he's 40. 40 years now, babe. 40 years. Yeah. This stuff works. Yeah, this stuff works. Okay, well, I am going to pull a card for everybody. If you would just put something in your mind, what do you want clarity on? Is there something that you're seeking? And please know, I would love to see you in the Cosmic Decoder Club. Thank you for celebrating with me. And you know what? If the club's not for you, that's okay. I'll still be going live on Instagram, but I would love it then. Share it with someone that you feel would really benefit. It's $11 a month, and this is the founder price. It's $11 a month. Yeah, it's the price of my latte. So, yeah, I know. Okay. Okay, so sometimes you smell things. Sometimes, like, you might be pulling in somewhere and you might smell bleach and there's no bleach. Remember, you're going to be receiving guidance through all of your senses. So know that, don't overthink that. Don't think, oh, well, maybe they were just cleaning. Maybe that was just, no, you were smelling it because that sign was for you. The bleach, is there something, is there a stain that's still like a stain on you that you feel like you're feeling guilty or bitter about? Is there something that needs a deep cleanse? Do you need to smudge? So pay attention, be observant, and love yourself. Because even if you forget to do it, you know what? That's okay too. That's okay. It's time of love. Love yourself. Love yourself. And then open up that little bottle of champagne with me. Okay, baby. Here comes Saturn. Saturn is like, you know what? You play by the rules and I am here for you. You will be rewarded. You put in the time, you will be rewarded. I have a plan. I have a structure. You can follow along. And when you follow along and you do it, you are rewarded. And baby, it's so true. So even if your plan is just to write a to-do list, maybe the plan is to take some me time. Maybe the plan is to put on your bubble as you're drying off from getting out of the shower. Or every time you wash your hands, look in the mirror and say, I love you. You will be rewarded. Saturn is here for you. It's so incredible. So incredible. Yay! Nick says, I can smell weed at work, but no one else could. What? Like, do you mean like marijuana, or do you mean like the weeds? Like I just pulled some weeds earlier today and they smell like of that onion grass. You know, those kind of weeds, or sometimes there are those other stinky weeds. They're kind of pungent, but sometimes it smells. Yeah. So Nick, is it like drug weeds? I was looking to see if he was saying anything back. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, I feel like that's from your angels. First of all, I feel like you're ultra sensitive. I actually feel like you were smelling that. I do feel like you were sensing it on someone. I feel like it was also coming to you as a sign of, chillaxing, like just chilling out. Yeah, chillax. I like how Suzanne said the green Skittles. But it feels like that's where you are connecting with that. And I feel like that was a sign of there is someone that's a little off at work. There was someone that, a little bit of unworthiness and untrusting of them. Yeah. Ooh, you smell jasmine. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, Cindy, I love when you smell flowers like that. That's typically, especially when you're outside or something. I mean, you can inside too, but I love that. I honestly feel like those were your fairies giving you that beautiful scent. I feel it's a very loving, it just feels a very loving energy was accompanying the jasmine. If you have any essential oil of jasmine, I really feel like that would be wonderful to have. Like put that in your diffuser with a little of your moon water and just let that permeate all the air. It's going to be amazing. And what a beautiful vibration to put out into your space. It's wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. Yay! Oh my gosh, I love it. Ooh, interesting. They could smell burnt toast. Yeah. You're welcome. Oh, thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. And please consider signing up. It is in my link tree, but also trishmckinleyacademy.com/club. And I will see members of the club tonight, 7 p.m. in the community. There's that live. You can RSVP if you haven't already. And tomorrow at 2. You don't have to come to both, but I love seeing you and you're always, always welcome. So fun time. Yay. Thank you, everyone. Mwah. I love you so much. And thanks for sharing this time. Thank you, beautiful. Remember, you are made from the divine, out of stardust, designed to shine.